Hi again folks, how's all doing? So Jimmy, who sent me the Sir Nigel Gresley a few weeks ago there, also sent me this Hornby D49. He said it just needs some new traction tyres, so let's just see how it runs. Yeah, it's got a bit of a limp. Okay, we'll back her into the shed and we'll fit some new traction tyres. Okay, so let's get a look at this D49. Nice locomotive, the D49. This is the Berkeley, and it appears to be in tip-top condition. Now, initially I didn't plan to do this video because I thought, well, I'm just fitting some traction tyres. But as this is a locomotive-driven model, not a tender one, the tyres are on the main drive wheels. So it's not exactly straightforward to do. You've got to take the body off, disengage the valve gear and stuff. And also, a new feature in my videos, I want to experiment with some close-up camera shots in my endoscope here. I've got the replacement tyres here. The part number for these is X6451, and the only source of these that I could find was a seller on eBay who just happened to be on holiday. So I had to wait a while to get hold of these, but we've got them, so we shall fit them now. Using the endoscope, I can show you the state of the existing tyres. You can see why it was limping, because there's a huge chunk of the traction tyre missing. That's the old tyre there. That's it coming off. We'll get the endoscope out of the way just now, and we'll get the body off. So I've got a screw in the front. We'll see if that does it. It might just be the single screw. Undo that. Is that going to lift out? Yes, it is. It's the body removed. It's quite a similar motor to the XO3, XO4 replacement motors that Peter Spares sells. Okay, so there's not much to service. We'll maybe stick a wee bit of grease in there. There's some fluffage to sort out though. Just see in there, quite a bit of fluff. Right, okay, we'll get the valve gear disengaged. So we'll disengage this valve gear. Undo that. It comes away, lift that off, and there's the spacer, and then that comes off. So I just want to check to see if there's any other bits of traction tyre stuck on there. Doesn't appear to be. We'll get a bit of contact cleaner on it. Clean that up. So just fit the new tyre. It's easy enough done. Just loop it round. Like so. Make sure it's not twisted, and that is in the correct position. That's that done. So now we can pop that back on, pop the spacer back on. Then we want to pop that piece on there. Make sure this is in the right position. Just to sit like that. Pop the crank pin back in, screw it down. Just make sure that's right. There we go, that's that side done. Then we just have to do the same to this side. So, all looks good. Pop that back on, pop that spacer back on. This is popped out. This is popped out of position. It should do it. And there we go. A bit more defluffing. I don't know how well you can see, but there's quite a bit of fluffage on the pickups. So need to get rid of that. I think we'll get some fresh grease into the worm gear. Wee touch of oil on all the linkages. Right, okay. There we are. We'll get the body back on. And there we go. That's this D49 fitted with new traction tyres, and I had a bit of a check-up. Right, let's go and pull out the shed. Okay then, let's bring it out. So there we go, that's this D49 fitted with new traction tyres and had a bit of a look over. Off camera I gave the tender pickups a dust out and cleaned the wheels. I actually don't see how the tender body comes off on this model. It appears to be fixed with plastic rivets. I didn't want to try forcing it off and ending up breaking it, so I just left it. But yeah, I'll need to have a look at the service sheet to see how that tender body is supposed to come off. There's also a pickup broken off from one of the drive wheels on the locomotive, but it's on one of the wheels that has traction tyres, so there's no real point in it being there in the first place. So I'm not worried about that. There's plenty pickup from the other wheels and the tender. The endoscope close-ups in this video were a bit of an experiment, but I'll try to do close-ups when it's useful to do so. It does make editing a lot more time consuming for me though, so I'll be keeping it to a minimum. But a lot of people have been asking for a while for close-ups in my repair videos, but it's not as easy to do as you might think. It's got to be in focus, it's got to be well lit, it's got to be steady, it's got to be close enough to make it worthwhile, and it can't get in the way of me actually doing the repair, which is why I've opted for the endoscope. It's only an HD one, but maybe one day a 4K version will be available, or I may find some other solution, but I think this will serve its purpose okay for now. Next video will either be my birthday presents video or a donation one, we shall see. Meantime, I'll get this back to Jimmy, and I'll catch you later folks.